not allowed to use soft alcohol.
You guys provide nicotine patches or something?
They can do that. So what we've got here is we've got a healthcare professional, so basically a nurse at custody. If you're, for instance, you need nicotine, then I think they've got those. Do they not? Oh, maybe they don't.
It'd be nice, but...
I know they used to, but I think they stopped that, yeah, double check.
Well, one day I want to learn how to do this to a person.
For the murder of Jorge Martin Carreno, I sentence you to imprisonment for life. The minimum term will be 24 years, less the 196 days spent in custody awaiting trial. The minimum term will therefore be 23 years and 169 days. There will be concurrent terms of 4 months for causing unnecessary suffering to a protected animal and 2 months for criminal damage. The statutory surcharge applies. Jorge was taken from his friends and family because you, Scarlet Blake, killed him. You did so by the River Cherwell at Parsons Pleasure at about 5:15 in the morning of the 25th of July 2021. It is not possible to say exactly how. Most likely, you hit him on the back of his head from behind with a vodka bottle or something else you had brought with you in your backpack, then strangled him by applying pressure to the blood vessels just beneath his jawline, using your hands or a broad ligature, then put him in the river, where he drowned. You may have held him down in the water while strangling him. Either way, you intended to kill him, and you did kill him. Your decision to kill Jorge was not a reaction to something he had said or done. It was not a momentary mistake. It was not a decision made in anger or because your emotions overcame you. It was the culmination of a plan you had been considering and formulating for months. The messages you sent before and after the 25th of July show an obsession with harm and death. There is no evidence that you suffer from any relevant mental illness or other mental disorder. What you did is not the fault of a society that didn't accept you. It is not the fault of your parents. Whatever role Aislinn Bell may have played in encouraging your interest in killing, she remained in the United States. She did not control or direct you. Even if the decision was motivated in part by a desire to please her, the decision to kill was entirely yours. In March 2021, as a present for Aislinn, you decided to carry out, film and live stream a grotesque act of cruelty towards a cat. You went into central Oxford, where you knew you would find people who were vulnerable after drinking. You walked around the centre of town looking for someone suitable. You found Jorge sitting on the ground near the Radcliffe camera. He was lost. You could have helped him find his way home. Instead, you persuaded him to come with you in a direction that was not on his way home. You took him to Parsons Pleasure, where you had been many times before. You did so because you knew that it was a secluded spot, and at that time in the morning, before sunrise, it would be a good place to kill him, unseen and undisturbed. You decided to kill someone because you believed Aislinn Bell would find it sexually exciting, as in fact she did. As you later said to another partner, you killed, quote, because my lover said it'd be hot, close quote. There was, therefore, a clear sexual motivation for the killing. You also believed that you would derive pleasure, whether sexual or not, from the experience of killing a person. I am sure that you did derive pleasure from killing Jorge, as you had from killing the cat. Fifth, you revelled in what you had done, returning at least twice to the scene to take photographs, and made conscious use of your status as a murderer to secure the admiration of others who shared your interests in harm, death and killing.
Today's sentencing marks the end of a long and complex investigation. I know that many will want to focus on the actions and behaviour of this defendant. There are several aspects of this case that have been truly disturbing to see, hear and deal with. This defendant showed calculated cruelty. The acts Blake has been convicted of are barbaric and chilling. This murder was premeditated with total disregard and disdain for life. Crimes such as this are incredibly rare. I want rather to focus on Jorge and his family. and pay tribute to them and the enormous dignity that they have shown throughout this ordeal. They have put their trust in my team, and I cannot begin to imagine the pain that they feel. As the evidence has developed, they've had to come to terms with this not only being a murder, but the nature and character of this defendant, something that I know has served to only compound the grief that they feel. There can be no beginning to understand this senseless act. Jorge was enjoying a night out with his friends and had his life in front of him. He had made plans, he was happy, and in the words of his friend, ready to enjoy every single drop of his life. That has been taken away from him. He clearly meant so much to so many. It is Jorge's life that will be remembered over and above the actions of this defendant. The family tribute is beautiful to read and says more than I ever could possibly do justice to. My team have worked tirelessly under enormous pressure to achieve this outcome and put the best possible case before the jury.